They look gorgeous, don't they? Accessories are a very important part of any dance costume. Without them, the costume looks incomplete. Bracelets, earrings, headbands, necklaces or chokers, belts, they're always the cherry on the top of the costume. Subscribe to my channel to watch tutorials on how I create accessories for my costumes. To make such bracelets, take little time, only few materials, and for you to be in a great mood. Stay with me and I'll show you step by step the whole process. My name is Natalia. I'm a former dancer and dance costume designer. I have been creating all kinds of dance costumes for my clients all over Europe for more than 10 years. You will need Rigilene boning 7mm width and a small piece of lycra. I cut Rigilene into pieces 23 cm long, as many pieces as the quantity of my bracelets. The piece of lycra is about 25 by 25 cm width. It depends on how many bracelets you're planning to make. I'll be making 12 bracelets. Set a zigzag stitch on your machine. I choose 2 by 4.5 on my brother machine. Make sure you choose good, strong and thick needles. I use these ones. Place your Rigilene on the wrong side of the fabric, exactly on the edge of the fabric, and let's start sewing. Start slowly to make sure the needles can handle this thickness and stitch comes out clean and nice. Make sure that the type and size of the needles you are using matches the fabric you are sewing, so that the stitch comes out nice and smooth. Slightly stretch the fabric while sewing. Check the stitch, now wrap the fabric around and let's make another zigzag stitch on the top. Make sure the fabric fits firm and tight around the Rigilene. Keep pulling the fabric to the side while sewing, making sure the fabric is tight around the Rigilene. Check the stitch, mine looks great. Now I need to cut off the rest of the fabric. Keep pulling the fabric while cutting it. You need to cut the fabric right next to the stitch. Connect the two ends together by placing one on the top of the other about 1.5 cm. It will be difficult to sew the ends together in the machine right away. That is why I need to fix the ends first by hand with a couple of stitches and later I'll sew it with a zigzag. Now let's sew the ends with a zigzag. This way I'm sure the stitch won't ever open. Of course, you can always do it by hand only if, say, your machine doesn't sew such thickness. My old machine wouldn't do it. So if you do it by hand, make sure you've made a good strong stitch. This way, I've made the rest of the 11 bracelets. Firstly, I sewed and cut them one by one and then connected the ends in the same manner. It didn't take long. It was quicker this way. Crystals time, which is always my favorite. The 4 colors that I choose for the bracelets are the colors I used on one amazing dress that I've made recently. These bracelets are for that specific dress costume. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see a tutorial on that beauty. Choose the strongest glue you can find to make sure that the crystals on the bracelets don't ever fall off. I apply a small amount of glue, one drop next to the other. The distance between the drops about 2 mm. You can always reposition the crystals while the glue is still wet. Put them a bit closer together or have more distance between them. By the way, all the crystals I used are in sizes S20. So I've made 12 bracelets in total, 3 in each color. By the way, one of my next tutorials will be about the dress costume for which these bracelets were made. So don't forget to subscribe to check on that tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, like this video and leave your comments below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Check my Instagram to see more of my creations and costumes available for sale. And of course, subscribe to my channel. I'm posting new video every week.